Hey, Vicky. Sorry to bother you with this, but is there any chance you could have all my golf clubs sent over?
You're gonna play golf there?
Yeah, the boss invited me.
You haven't played in years. Are you sure this is a good idea?
That's the thing, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. I'm thinking of getting some practice in on my next day off before we go to avoid severe embarrassment. I know it's short notice, but I'd be super grateful if you could send them over tomorrow or the day after.
Sure thing. I'll send them tomorrow.
Thanks so much, you're a lifesaver. That reminds me, Rina's summer break starts soon, right? You guys want to fly down to Florida to hang out with your favorite guy in the whole world?
Huh? You mean you?
Yeah, duh. I'm not gonna be down here forever, and I figure while I'm here on work transfer, we may as well make the most of it as a family. Yeah, my neighborhood's by no means a bustling city center, but there are loads of tourist spots, like nature and green stuff and alligators. They're chill as long as you don't go near them, though. There are tons of leisure activities around here. I think Rina would love it, and it would make me so happy to see you both again. Plus, imagine all the cool stuff she'd get to draw in her picture diary.
Patris, you will be coming back here for Rina's birthday, right?
Yeah, of course.
Then, why would we go out of our way to fly down there to you? Let's just wait till her birthday.
Well, how about you come here a week before her birthday, and then we all fly home and celebrate it with the rest of our family together.
I don't know, Patris. Florida's really hot. Me and that kind of heat don't get along at all. I'd rather go somewhere cooler. Why would we go out of our way to fly out somewhere I'm going to be all sweaty and uncomfortable? Plus, global warming's really bad these days. I heard it's hotter than average this year.
But we live in California.
I hate traveling in heat. It'd be a nightmare bringing Rina along, too. We'd both be sweaty messes and she'd be complaining the whole way.
Well, I think she'd love it. Sure, it's hot here, but of course we have aircon everywhere, and it's not like we have to run any marathons or anything. We can just take our time and relax.
Oops, silly me. I totally forgot. Rina has her swimming classes to go to during her summer break, so we have to stay here. Sorry, honey.
Really? Well, I guess it can't be helped then. Still, though, this is a summer break we're talking about. We should at least take her somewhere.
Can't we just take her to a theme park or something? She said she really wants to go to Peeps Land. She's been begging me to take her for what feels like forever now.
Peeps Land? That's a great idea. That's a day of guaranteed family fun right there.
You needn't think I'm coming.
Huh? Oh, why?
I don't have the patience to be standing around for hours queuing in that kind of heat. I'll get sunburned, and sunburn makes you wrinkle. There's no way I'm risking turning into a leather sofa just to trudge around in an overcrowded theme park, pretending to have fun for a whole day.
Wait, what? Are you forgetting about how we used to sunbathe together? You never cared about that kind of thing before.
You can get away with it while you're young, but as soon as you get older, the wrinkles start to show in people who get too much UV exposure. That's why I've been spending so much money on skin whitening treatments lately.
I'm not saying you have to take the time of your life, but won't you at least go for Rina's sake? Don't you want to see her enjoying herself? I think she'd much rather we went together as a family.
I'm not going, and that's final. The two of you can go without me. I'm with her 24/7. I think it's about time you start putting some effort into boosting your daddy credentials, because they're not looking great. You live thousands of miles away. She only gets to see you when you're not too busy to video call her.
Wow. Are you holding my job against me now? The only reason I transferred over here in the first place was for you guys. Besides, I really don't think there's any correlation between you not going to the theme park with us and her liking me more.
Maybe you don't feel that way because she's still in that sweet, affectionate age bracket. But it's a well-known fact that girls start hating their dads when they move up to middle school. And if she isn't absolutely besotted with you by then, you're in for a rude awakening.
Well, sure, maybe as a general rule, but I find it hard to imagine Rina ever being like that.
You're free to bury your head in the sand as much as you like. It makes no difference to me whether you live in delusional fantasy land or not. The bottom line is, I'm not going. Having to drag ourselves out to your parents' place for Rina's birthday every year is enough a pain in my ass as it is. The last thing I need is you forcing me to tag along on some plain-in-the-ass theme park trip. You might not be able to relate to this, but I work really hard looking after Rina. Surely I should get to enjoy some me time every now and then?
I guess you do have a point. You have to do everything for her now I'm in Florida for work, not to mention all the housework on top of it. Got it. Me and Rina will go. Just the two of us.
Yay! Score! Now I can finally have some chill-out time.
You deserve it, Vicky. Well, thanks for everything you do. I appreciate you.
Huh? Why are you getting all soppy on me all of a sudden? Relax, Patrice. It's not a big deal, really. I know you didn't get much of a choice on the transfer, and I'm the one who chose not to come with you.
Still, look after Rina, and keep things running at home all by yourself. I'm grateful for everything you do.
That's nice, honey, but I do wish you expressed that gratitude by buying me gifts every now and then.
Gifts? Is there something you want?
Well, there might be a certain bag I got my eye on. It costs $1,500, though.
$1,500? For a bag? Jesus, that's expensive.
Is that a no?
Yeah, you do work really hard, so it's not necessarily a no.
You do know it's my birthday next month, right, babe? Wink, wink.
Yeah, okay, got it. Leave it with me. Let me know if there's anything else you want.
Don't worry, I will.
But Vicky, don't you think you might be overusing the credit card a little lately? I almost had a heart attack when I saw this month's statement.
Being a woman is expensive, Patrice. Besides, I always have to buy Rina new clothes because she's growing so fast. Not to mention her school supplies, I'm hardly throwing it down the drain.
I see, but please stop using it from now on. It's over the limit every month these days.
Fine, I'll stop. Okay, I'm gonna go get your clubs ready to be sent off now.
Cool, thanks, babe. You're doing me a big favor here. Hey, Vicky, did you take some money out of our savings account?
Sorry, I was in urgent need of a little extra cash, so I took some out.
Urgent need? What for? Is everything okay?
To tell you the truth, I lent it to my brother Kyle.
Wait, what? Why?
He quit his job. He broke down in tears, begging me for help, saying he couldn't even afford his food or utilities anymore. He promised to pay it all back as soon as he found more work.
I see. Well, I thought I was hallucinating when I saw you withdraw $3,000 in one go. But if your brother's in trouble and promised to pay it back, I guess I don't mind. You could have at least told me beforehand.
You're right, I'm sorry.
Is he gonna be okay? Why would he quit his job if it meant having to beg his sister for money?
Apparently his company were exploiting him and making his life hell. They're piling all kinds of ridiculous, borderline illegal demands like mandatory overtime and going without breaks on him on a virtually daily basis. He was at his physical and emotional breaking point. He knew quitting would come with its own set of problems, but he said it was either that or have a nervous breakdown and get institutionalized. My first thought was the same as yours, that he should have stuck it out if the alternative was being broke. But I've never seen him look so worn down and defeated. He was like a shadow of his former self. I honestly think he made the right decision.
Wow. Well, that's crazy. Well, I see. I guess if he was about to break, then he did the right thing by quitting. I hope he finds something better.
Right? But thanks, Patrice. I thought you might blow a fuse with me because I took it out without telling you.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, hey, what the F is she doing when I saw it, but I know you wouldn't use the savings account for nothing. And if Kyle is in genuine trouble, then I can hardly hold it against you.
Right. Even our parents don't know he quit yet. He's trying to keep it on the down low for the time being.
It's only normal to not want the world to know if you're a nervous wreck. I left a bad company myself once too, and it's weird, even though you know they were screwing you over, you still get these feelings of guilt and self-doubt about whether you did the right thing. I understand him not wanting people to know. Alright, I won't let on that I know if I see him anytime soon.
Thanks, babe. You're the best. I'm so lucky I married such a nice guy.
Anyway, how's Rina? What's she doing right now?
Taking a bath?
Listen, babe, I just can't shake the feeling she's been acting a little strange lately.
Huh? She seems like her usual old self to me.
Whenever I call her these days, it seems like she can't wait to put the phone down. Her voice sounds kind of gloomy, too. It's like her vigor and zest for life disappeared somewhere all of a sudden.
You sure you're not just imagining it? She seems plenty vigorous and zesty to me. Or maybe she just doesn't want to speak to you? Even so, I wouldn't take it personally. Like I said before, they all go through that phase eventually.
Maybe so.
She's not a baby anymore. She'll be ready for middle school soon. She's always been clever for her age, and everyone knows brighter kids are more likely to rebel against their parents, especially when they're overbearing. I think it's their way of asserting their independence.
I'm hardly overbearing.
I don't know, Patras. I think you embarrass her. You've been calling her every single day lately.
Huh? Am I embarrassing?
I think you should stop calling every day, at least.
Wow, I see. Well, I hadn't thought about it. You're right. Maybe I should give her some space.
Besides, she's been really busy with her swimming classes lately. And if she's not at the pool, she's out with her friends. She's probably tired. To be honest, I don't think she has the time or energy to talk to you every day. But she probably feels too awkward to tell you straight, so it comes out in her attitude instead.
I guess it's only normal she'd want to relax after doing laps at the pool for hours. Okay, got it. I won't call her tonight. I'll just have my dinner and jump in the tub. Okay, make sure you take it easy, honey.
I saw on the news there's a heat wave over there right now. It said 27 people died of heat stroke already. Can't believe it. Looks like we made the right decision not to fly over after all.
Yeah, nuts, right? Thanks, babe. I'll be careful. Make sure you guys take it easy, too. Hey, Rina. You all finished up in the pool now?
Hi, Dad. Yep, I'm back home. Are you still at work?
I'm slacking a little today. Can I call you today? Or did you want to go to bed early tonight?
No. I don't know.
You don't know? What does that mean?
And when are you coming home?
Well, for your birthday. Just 6 days now.
I have to wait this long?
Well, what's this? You want to see me again now?
Yes.
I'm pleased to hear that. I want to see you too, sweetie. Let's hang out a bunch when I get back. We can play all of your favorite games.
Dad, I'm hungry.
Huh? Oh, there's not a whole lot I can do about that, sorry. Don't you have any snacks in the cupboard? Why not see if your mom will rustle you something up?
Mom went somewhere in the car with some weird old guy. She said she'd be back right away. But she's been gone ages now. I have no money or food.
You don't have, one of your food? Some weird old guy? Hey, what's going on, Rina? You mean your mom isn't home right now?
Yes.
Wait a sec, when did she leave? She said she was at home when she messaged me yesterday.
Well, she isn't. I haven't seen her in 5 days.
What the?
She gave me some money when she left. But I bought some stuff other than food and accidentally ran out. I messaged Mom so many times, but she won't respond. It has the tick marks, so I think she read them.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
What do I do, Dad? When is Mom coming home?
I don't know when she'll be back.
I'm so hungry.
Hang on a sec, sweetie. I just messaged your grandma. She said she's on her way to you as we speak. She's gonna get you all your favorite foods.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dad.
Why would you apologize? You haven't done anything wrong.
But I broke my promise to Mom. I didn't know what else to do when my money ran out.
Hey, money's for spending, sweetie. Don't worry about it, but what do you mean your promise to your mom?
She told me not to tell you she was at home. I haven't been going to my swimming classes either. But she told me to tell you I was. She said if you found out, the cops would come and take her to jail. And I'd never see you again.
Oh, so it's like that, huh?
Huh? Like what?
Nothing. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay now, Rina. Thank you for telling me. I'm very proud of you. I'm the one who should be apologizing. You must have been so lonely all on your own all that time.
I was.
I'm getting on the next flight home.
Wow, really?
Really. I'll never let you feel sad like this again. I'll always be there to protect you, no matter what.
Rina? Where are you right now? Where did you disappear to? And who the hell do you think you are going out without my permission?
Why?
What do you mean, why? I just got home and you're nowhere to be seen. Did you seriously think you can get away with going out to play without my permission while I was out? How dare you disobey me?
You haven't been home for 5 days. Because you went away in some weird old guy's car.
Wait, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw. He came to pick you up outside her house.
That man's just a friend of mine, sweetie. Rina, you wouldn't have happened to mention any of this to your dad, would you?
You said you'd get arrested if I told Dad, right?
Exactly. You'd never be able to see him again. He'd be alone for the rest of your life.
That's not true. I'm gonna be with Dad forever from now on.
Huh?
I'm at Grandma's house.
Wait, what the hell? What are you doing there?
I'm gonna give the phone to Dad now. He said there's some things he wants to discuss with you.
Rina, no, wait! Are you really with your dad? Rina!
Hey, Vicky, how was your holiday? You know, the one you left our daughter on her own to go on.
Patris? Is this really Patris? No, it can't be. You have to be lying, whoever you are. He's still in Florida. It's not even Rina's birthday yet.
You left your daughter all on her own at home for almost a week. You seriously think I can carry on working knowing that?
Patris, please listen to me. My friend got into an accident and I had to rush back to my hometown on short notice. I was by her hospital bed the whole time. She's so badly injured it looks like she might not make it. I came home because of Rina, but I have to go back soon. The doctors are still saying I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Why didn't you tell me then? Why didn't you leave Rina with my mom?
It was really sudden. Besides, I knew if I told you I left Rina all on her own, you would have flipped out at me.
Obviously. By the way, you can drop the act now. I know.
Huh?
I know you went on vacation with your lover.
No way. My lover? I never cheat on you, baby. Surely you know that. And what's all this about a vacation? I've no idea what you're talking about. You can't seriously think I'd leave Rina all on her own to go on vacation.
If you didn't go on vacation, would you mind explaining what all that stuff on our computer search history is about? You're looking at holiday sites for hours. You even stayed logged in to the one you ended up booking your trip on. I saw the ticket for your return trip to Guam in your order history.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Oh, okay. Who else could it possibly have been?
Someone hacked me. That kind of thing happens. You see in the news all the time. Someone must have put a virus on the computer and hacked us. There's a hacker inside our computer, Patris. Oh my god, we have to cancel all of our cards. They have access to our bank accounts.
You really are something else. You still won't admit it, in spite of the fact you've obviously been busted.
Why are you so convinced I'm cheating on you? If you're gonna make accusations like that, then you need to prove it. Show me the evidence. I admit, I left Rina on her own for a little while. And yes, I know that's not ideal, but it's not like I did it for no reason. My friend might die, Patris. I did not go on a vacation with the supposed lover I've apparently been cheating on you with, and I'm not about to admit to something I didn't do.
I spoke to Kyle. Turns out he didn't quit his job.
You did what now?
He came over after I told your mom about you leaving Rina on her own for nearly a week to go get piped by Loverboy in Guam. He said he wanted to figure out what was going on, so he came over and we had a little chat. He showed up in a suit, which set off alarm bells right off the bat, because an unemployed guy on the verge of a nervous breakdown doesn't show up to your house in a suit, right? I asked him how things were with work, and guess what? He said things were going great. He still works at the same company he's been at for the last 10 years. He looked at me with such a confused expression when I asked him if anything out of the ordinary had happened lately, that I felt like a doofus for asking. That $3,000 was your vacation fund, wasn't it?
I told you, Kyle doesn't want people finding out he quit his job. He's just good at putting up the facade of normality. It might look like things are all fine and dandy from the outside, but he's hurting deep down inside.
I think we both know that's a big steaming pile of bullshit. Anyway, I have proof of the affair. You probably didn't notice, but Kyle's been tailing you since you were right back at the airport this morning. He checked your flight information online, so he knew when and where he'd find you. He got plenty of photos of you and Loverboy coming out of the gates.
Oh my god. No way, you have to be lying.
Oh yes, way. Believe me. I wish I was lying, but unfortunately, you really are this much of a selfish, backstabbing whore. Not only did you cheat on me, but you left our daughter on her own to do it. What the hell are you planning?
Patras, please, listen. The truth is, I'm lonely.
And you think I'm not? Living so far apart from my family takes its toll on me too, you know? How do you think it felt when I found out you turned down the offer of a vacation with me to jet off to Guam with your lover? Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. Oh yeah, and all that stuff about not wanting to travel in the heat was clearly a pack of lies too. Guam's a freaking tropical island. I bet you got yourself a nice tan, huh? So much for all that crap about wrinkles. It was nothing but one pathetic excuse after the other. I don't need a wife who puts a vacation with her lover before her own husband and daughter.
I'm so sorry.
I don't want to hear it. It's too little, too late. If it was just the affair, maybe, just maybe I would have been open to hearing you out and patching things up for Rina's sake. But you left our daughter all on her own for almost an entire week without even leaving her enough money to feed herself. Me and you are so done.
My God, no! I can't lose you, Patras. Please, I promise I'll never see him again.
The fact you think breaking things off with him gets you off the hook only makes me feel even more disgusted with you. And let's be honest, shall we? I know this wasn't the first time. Rina told me you regularly went for days at a time. And every time you told her not to tell me, keeping her quiet by saying she'd never see me again if I found out. You're sick.
Baby, please. I know I still have a lot of making up to do, but I swear, me and him are done. I'll never see him again for as long as I live. I swear on my life I'll never betray you again. So please, I'm begging you, don't divorce me. Anything but divorce.
No can do. My mind's made up and my resolve is firm. I'll never be able to look at your face again without being reminded of what a traitorous whorebag you are. If I could help it, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. I felt like throwing up when Kyle sent me those pictures of you two coming out of the gates, holding all hands, all loved up like a pair of teenagers.
I totally get that you don't want to see me. I deserve that. But please, think of how this is going to affect Rina.
It's precisely because I'm thinking of Rina that we're getting a divorce.
She needs to be raised by both parents. She already knows I lied to her. Us separating would break her.
If you were really thinking of Rina, you'd accept that she's better off with me. But you're not. You're looking out for number one, just like always. You abandoned her for nearly a week without even making sure she had enough food or money to keep her going until you got back. She broke down in tears and apologized for lying to me for all that time. I told her she didn't have to feel guilty because you made her do it, and she was only doing what she thought she had to. She said she never wants to see you again.
Oh my God. You can't be serious. But she's been with me this whole time.
Sure, but you never gave her the time of day, did you? She told me all about how distant you were, even when you were around. You should be celebrating. You clearly think of her as a burden. What's the point in living together if you don't even show an interest in her? You may as well not be around if that's how you're going to act. Your lover was always your priority. Rina was never anything but a nuisance, was she?
I'm so sorry. You and Rina are the two most important people in the world to me. I see that now. I've been a fool. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Please.
This isn't how you treat the most important people in your world, Vicky.
Your work transfer is going to be ending soon. I was really looking forward to us living together as a family again. It's not like I was neglecting Rina or anything. I just maybe wasn't as emotionally available as I should have been sometimes. I did my best to look after her in my own way. Are you really willing to destroy our family over a single mistake?
You knew what would happen if I found out. But instead of being a decent human being and just not doing it in the first place, you chose to threaten your daughter into silence instead. You're beyond saving. Oh, and don't worry, our family won't be destroyed. You just won't be a part of it anymore. A sunny vacation with your lover was more important to you than your own family. I'd have to be crazy to stay with you. After a lengthy legal battle with my wife, we eventually finalized the divorce and went our separate ways. The reason it took so long was because no matter how much we hashed it out, we couldn't see eye to eye on who would get custody of Rina. Eventually, we had no choice but to go through divorce court, and I did end up winning custody in the end. But since American courts tend to favor the mom in cases like this, it was one of the hardest 6 months of my life. And at one point, I felt like I was losing the will to live. But determined not to give up, I persevered and fought on for Rina's sake. And thankfully, Vicky leaving on her own for all that time swung the judge's decision, and she was deemed unfit to be a mother. Not only that, but because both her and her lover were married, and they were both aware of the fact they were having a double affair, I received a hefty sum in compensation from the both of them. His lover had to pay his own wife her share of compensation too. Vicky did take some of my assets in the divorce, but they soon vanished between the compensation and child support she now owed me. Forced to take out a loan and keep on top of the payments in the end, all she had to show for her life up until that point was the clothes on her back and a mountain of debt. When the verdict was declared, she broke down in tears and got on her knees in front of me, screaming, "What am I supposed to do now?" But fortunately for her, that ain't my problem. All that matters to me is that me and Rina get our child support money, as something tells me I'll never be seeing Vicky again, and that could only be a good thing. As for Rina, she says she never wants to see her mom again either. I'm aware that things are still tender for her right now, and that she could change her mind one day. But until that day comes, they'll remain strangers. Well, when I told my boss about the situation, he agreed to cut my transfer short and have me working back at HQ in California with immediate effect so I could live with my daughter. Not gonna lie, it's not easy to keep on top of being there for Rina, doing the housework, and holding down a full-time job, but when I see her beautiful smile, I know it's all worthwhile. No matter how hard things get, I'll never give up, and neither should you. I'm lucky to have the support of my own and Vicky's parents. They visit us daily to help out now, and the house is livelier than ever. Rina complains about not getting any alone time anymore, but I think she loves it really because she's always smiling. Well, she's growing up so fast, and I'll probably barely recognize her in another year's time. But no matter who she becomes and no matter what trials and tribulations she faces, I'll always be there to support, listen to, and understand her. She's the most important person in the world to me, and we're closer than we've ever been. Here's to our future together. Let's hope it's a bright one, full of laughter and smiles.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hi, Brooke. Can I talk to you for a minute? I need to get something off of my chest.
What's up, Mom? Is everything alright?
It's about Josie.
How has she been? I spoke to her a little while ago. She told me not to worry about her. She seems to be doing okay.
Josie must be saying she's okay because she doesn't want you to worry about her. She acts strong, but I know she is still shaken. That poor thing.
Well, no one ever thought she would get into an accident like that. Her life changed in an instant. She must still be in disbelief that she can no longer walk. I mean, I would be if I were her.
She does go out more often, though. I think it helps her get her mind off some negative thoughts.
Oh, that's great. Good for her. I think that's a good sign that she is still spending time outside of the house.
I think so, too. But, she's not ready to work yet.
Is that so? I guess it's inevitable. It's only been a year since she got into the accident. I'm sure she has a lot to figure it out.
I know, but it's hitting us hard. Her insurance covers most of her medical costs, so that's been helpful. But we don't have a regular income. I've been taking money from what your father left us, although I'd like to keep my hands off of it as much as possible, or else I won't have anything in case of an emergency. I don't know how we are going to get by if we continue on like this.
It costs so much just to stay alive, doesn't it?
I'm just worried for the two of us, I have to make sure I cut down on groceries even though I want Josie to eat healthy. It's making me dizzy thinking about money all the time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't know you were struggling so much. Do you need me to pitch in? I can't provide a lot, but I can send some allowances every month if that helps.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. It'll help you two get by, right?
Truth be told, I reached out because I was wondering if it was possible for you to help us, but I was hesitant to ask. I feel ashamed having to ask my daughter for money. Oh, how wonderful for you to offer. You were such a great big sister to Josie.
I'm not offering because I'm the big sister. I just want to help, as family, especially because I'm so far away from you guys. I feel bad that I am no longer around to assist you or Josie. It's the least I can do for you two, and I'm sure Josie would do the same if it was the other way around.
Thank you so much, honey. You don't know how much it means for you to offer. You are such a lifesaver. I will not forget this, and neither will Josie.
How much do you need?
Let's see. Do you think you can send us 1,500?
1,500? A month? That's a lot of money.
Sorry, I'm asking for too much, aren't I? Of course, I'm considering to work more shifts at my part-time job, but Josie needs my help getting around, so it's difficult to balance my schedule between her appointments and my shift.
I don't know, Mom. I wish I could send you the amount you need every month, but I think 1,500 is a bit too much for me.
I'm not saying you have to support us forever, just until Josie is able to find herself a job, which I am sure will happen very soon.
How soon, though? Do you know if she has any plans?
She said she aims to find something by spring, so it's only a couple of months. What do you think? Do you think you'll be able to help us if you know that it's just temporary? We're even cutting down on using the AC. Utilities are so expensive these days. Please help your mother and sister.
Fine, but it would be great if Jonesy can find a way to start working as soon as possible. Can you try to talk to her about it? I don't want to force her after what she's been through, but 1,500 is a lot for me to give, so we need to work as a team and try to motivate her to start working.
I completely understand. Thank you so much, Brooke. We really appreciate your generosity. I will do everything I can so that she will want to start to work very quickly. But, is this okay if we keep this between us? I'm afraid she would get upset to find out you send us money.
She doesn't have to know. I don't want her to feel pressured to work.
Oh, Brooke, you have such a big heart. I don't know how to thank you. I am so sorry about this. I wish I had enough to support Josie on my own.
It's okay. None of this is your fault, Mom. It was a freak accident. She didn't purposely crash her car on the icy road. As much as it's hard to understand, it was just bad luck.
I know. It's hard to believe all the bad conditions align at the exact moment. The cat jumping out of nowhere, the icy road, and the telephone pole right in front of her. What are the odds, right?
Bad luck is such a light phrase, but it was really just that. Despite everything that's happened, though, we should be proud of Josie for going through the slow and painful physical therapy. She's doing her best, so let's not try to pressure her too much.
You're right. It's the only thing we can do for her. Thank you again, Brooke, and I'm sorry. You don't need to rush sending the first 1,500. The transfer can wait until you get your salary next month.
Okay, Mom, but I can't not send money knowing you are limiting yourself from using the AC. Anyways, I'll see what I can do. Tell Josie I said hi. Mom? I need to ask you something.
Hi, Brooke. What is the matter?
Isn't Josie able to work now? My friend who owns a bar near you guys says she sees Josie come in all the time. She tells me that she seems very happy and well. Are you not telling me something? You know, I'm cutting down on my own fun events so I can save money to send them your way. Don't tell me that some money is being used for her party.
Brooke, please, you have to give her a break. She is really trying hard to find a job, but she's been turned down so many times because of her disability. She is in a no-one-wants-me mode right now. That's why her friends ask her out often, so they can cheer her up. Please don't get mad.
Is she looking for a job? She just hasn't found one?
That's correct. But you know, there are limitations for her because of her wheelchair, and she has to take days off on a regular basis so she can go to physical therapy. On top of that, she doesn't want to change her profession, so it's hard to find a place that would hire her that also meets her requirements. You should see how stressed she has been because of the situation.
Yeah, but...
Please, Brooke, she's been through a lot. Let her enjoy herself from time to time.
I'm not saying she can't take a break, of course, but I am having a hard time supporting myself too. Will it not help if she was less picky? Perhaps she can try something new, even as a part-time. There are plenty of jobs out there that allows working from home. It won't matter if she's on a wheelchair or not.
I don't know if she would like working from home. She used to be so active and really enjoy interacting with people, remember? I think she is looking for a similar work environment regardless of her wheelchair. And she wants to work full-time, not part-time.
Well, she needs to work to live. I understand it's not fair that she has a limited selections of jobs, and I really wish reality was different for her, but she can't be picky forever. Should I help her look? Maybe I can help find something for her in my field. I know a couple of recruiters who could help. I should ask her if she's interested.
Wait, please don't talk to her about work right now. It's driving her crazy. I think she received another decline from a company she interviewed for a couple of days ago. She is emotionally unstable right now, so please give her more time.
I get it, but I can't support you guys for long. She said she will find something by spring. Winter is over soon, and I'm almost broke, Mom.
I know, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I will make sure she finds something before you get into any troubles. I promise. I know you have done so much for us, but just a bit longer, please. You don't want to pressure your baby sister into doing something she's not comfortable doing, do you? She become outgoing.
I guess not.
She's become outgoing and looking for a job. It's amazing she has pushed herself this far, considering how negative she was after the accident. Do you remember? She wouldn't listen to anybody. I don't want her to feel the way she did back then. I know you don't either, Brooke.
Of course not. Ugh, you're making me feel guilty now. You know what? Fine. I won't force her into anything. It's just that I am working really hard to send you guys $1,500 every month. I really need you to understand that and help Josie find something right away.
You have no idea how thankful I am for you, sweetheart. I will forever be grateful for what you have done. If it wasn't for you, Josie and I wouldn't be eating decent meals every day. I promise to make your life easier soon. I'm going to work more shifts too.
I'm sorry, Mom. I wish I had better pay so that you don't have to work so much. I wish I was with the two of you so I can take some weight off of your shoulders. I feel so selfish now. I'm sorry.
Please, Brooke, don't say that. You are not selfish and have nothing to be sorry about. I know you work very hard for us. I know you think about us so much even though you are far away. That is more that I can ask of you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate you taking care of her. I hope you find yourself some time to relax as well.
I will try. Oh, and Brooke, if you ever message her, please try not to talk about work. It would be best for her if you can keep the conversation casual. Just ask her about how she's feeling, or about her friends maybe.
I get it, Mom. I won't say anything to add to her stress. I will talk to you again soon.
Hey, Brooke. Do you have a minute? I want to ask you about something.
Hey, Josie. How are you? What's up?
I'm thinking about traveling overseas next month. Where do you recommend I go? You've traveled to much more places than I have, so I thought I'd ask you.
What? Overseas? You're going on vacation?
I would like to, yes. Ever since I lost my mobility, I kept telling myself I can't travel anymore. But recently, I've started to think, why not? I can still travel as long as I get some help. There are plenty of barrier-free places I can visit around the world, right? And I even think that if I can come traveling overseas, then it would help me gain confidence for what I can do, you know?
Wait a second. Listen, I understand what you're saying. I am very happy that you have found something you want to try, and I do think it's a great way to gain confidence, but...
Oh, come on, Brooke. Don't be negative with me, please. I've gotten to the point where I think my life is not so bad after all. I'm starting to enjoy myself again, which I couldn't after the accident. My friends have been great too. They asked me to join them for drinks, which helped me forget all the bad things that has happened over the past years.
Josie, listen. I hate to say this, but isn't there something you need to do first? I'm glad you're happy now, but you're an adult. As an adult, you have responsibilities, you know. You can't be serious about traveling when you live off allowances.
Allowances? What allowances? I don't get any. What are you talking about? Who gives you allowances?
Oh, sorry, never mind. Forget what I just said.
Brooke, what are you talking about? Is there something you need to tell me?
Damn it, I forgot you didn't know. I promised Mom I wouldn't spill this to you. You just got me with your traveling plans.
Brooke, did you send allowances?
I do, actually. Mom told me a little while ago that you guys were having a hard time getting by. She told me how you guys were holding back from using the AC to save some money, so I had to do something to help.
What? No way. Brooke, this is bad. I don't believe this.
Huh?
Mom is lying. She's taking our money. We're not having any trouble getting by. I pay most of her living costs anyways.
Huh? But Josie, you don't even work. Where do you get the money to pay for her?
Did she tell you that I don't work? Of course I do. I've been working from home for the past 6 months. It's not a full-time position since I have to go back and forth between home and the hospital for my treatments, but I earn enough to get by. Besides, my insurance helps me pay off for the treatments, and I also have some savings before the incident.
Mom told me that you haven't been ready for work until recently. Recently, she said you've been having a hard time finding one, and that you were very stressed about it. And I believed her because you kind of brushed me off every time I messaged you.
I'm sorry if I seemed cold. I didn't mean to brush you through. I was just trying to act tough. I didn't want you to treat me like a poor baby sister who couldn't walk anymore. I was trying to act independent, but I guess my acting skills sucked. Plus, truth to be told, I have realized that I was a bit jealous of you and everyone else who lives a normal life. It's not fair to take it out on you, but since you're my sister, I was a bit scared my jealousy would take over my rationality, so I wanted to distance myself from you. Until now.
Josie, you could have told me. I would have accepted you no matter what.
I'm sorry it took me forever to get over myself. I always knew you were reaching out for me.
It's okay. I understand, and it's my fault that I have dumped everything on Mom's shoulders.
Oh my God, what are we going to do about her? She's been dependent on my salary too. That's why I've been secretly planning to leave this house. I've become afraid that if I continue to live with her, she would use all my money.
How can she do that? Lie to me about you so she can use my money while using yours as well? What has gotten into her? It's unbelievable. Josie, I really wish you would have told me sooner that she was financially dependent on you.
I do too, but I couldn't. I didn't want to tell on her. I have felt that I owe her too much. I moved in with her after the accident because I couldn't get around on my own anymore. She really did help me the first couple months, especially when I was depressed. I have finally come to my senses recently and begin to think something is not right with her, but I never imagined that she would fool you for money.
Well, I have a suggestion. If you're planning on moving out, why don't you come live with me?
What? I can't ask you to do that. I don't want to be a burden to you.
My condo is not big, but I do have an extra room. It has to be better than living with Mom. I will respect your independence 100%. If you'd like to move on after a while, that is totally up to you too. You can move out whenever you feel ready. The most difficult part might be moving across the country, but I will help you with that if you need. I'm happy to take a couple of days off for you.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Are you sure though?
Yes, I am.
I don't want to cause you any trouble, but that sounds like a great idea. I won't be nauseous to you, I promise.
It's all right. You are my little sister. Let me do my part and help you. I will do so much better than Mom.
Brooke, help! I haven't been able to get a hold of Josie for the past 2 days. I don't know where she is. Should I call the police? I don't know what to do.
It's all right, Mom. Josie is with me. She is safe.
What? She is with you? Where? At your place?
Yes.
Why didn't anyone tell me about this? What is going on?
We moved the last bit of her belongings yesterday. She will be living with me going forward.
What? How is that possible? Have you forgotten she is on a wheelchair? How are you going to take care of her? And why am I finding out about this now?
Take care of her? Funny how you make it sound as if you take care of her. Didn't you just come back from vacation? I know you have been away, enjoying yourself.
Brooke, it's complicated. I couldn't turn this one down.
Complicated? How is it complicated?
You know, I have to socialize and build relationships with people that benefits us. You never know when you will need to ask them favors, like to get help for Josie.
Stop giving me crap, Mom. You know how it looks to me? It looks like you took money from me to go on vacation instead of taking care of Josie. and that's why you didn't even realize your daughter was moving out.
I can't keep Josie company every single moment. I need to take time off as well, just like you suggested before, remember? Or what? Do you prefer that I work 24/7 without any breaks? You don't know anything about the life I live with your sister. I have my own stress too.
Well, then you should be glad now. You won't have any more stress from taking care of her because she will be living with me.
Brooke, you work full-time. You can't take care of your sister like I do. Besides, there's so much more space here. I even renovated the bathroom so she has easier access.
No, that was Josie's money. Do not pretend you paid for any of that. And in case you haven't noticed yet, Josie doesn't need us to take care of her. She has learned to get most things done on her own and prefers it that way.
Honey, you live in a condo. It will be too hard for Josie to get around with such little space. She belongs here, with me in my house.
You don't get to decide where she belongs. She made her own choice to move in with me. Josie is satisfied with the environment I can provide with her. By the way, what excuse do you have for stealing my money? How could you trick your own daughter?
I didn't trick you. We really didn't have enough to get by, I swear.
Josie told me she gave you $1,000 per month too. You don't have any mortgages to pay. You have your own part-time job, and you should be receiving Social Security. So explain to me what was so expensive that you even had to cut down on the AC. Why? Did you need an additional $1,500 from me? Go on, explain yourself.
The general cost of living has risen over the years, and I'm old. I have different needs.
Like what? You never said anything about your needs. Why didn't you want to use what Dad left you? You succeeded a significant share of his savings.
There were things I need to cover. There's not much left.
What? How is there not much left?
You haven't been around enough to know. I was just doing what's best for Josie and I. Besides, what is your problem, Brooke? Why are you being so cheap? Are you saying you care more about your money than your family in need? I don't see anything wrong with asking my children for financial support. I raised both of you. You should be grateful. I have earned the right.
Well, then you should have just said so in the first place. I would have rather have you tell me the truth about using up Dad's money than find out later you lied. Why did you lie, Mom? What did you use the money for?
Brooke, listen. I am sorry I didn't tell you the truth. It was wrong of me, but I swear I wasn't lying about having a hard time getting by.
Josie told me you were even interested in what her insurance was paying her. She said that you began to splurge on things after she moved in. You would go on trips all the time and buy new brand items using our money.
I have been using my time to take care of her. Don't you agree I deserve something back? I have sacrificed so much.
Josie has been taking care of herself. Maybe you helped her right after the accident, but that was only for the first couple of months. She had to learn how to live by on her own quickly because you weren't home anyways.
I had to go to work.
You are not making any sense, Mom. You said you couldn't take on more shifts because you were busy taking care of Josie. Now you're saying you weren't home because you were working? What am I supposed to believe? We've had enough already. The least you can do is be honest with us right now. Admit it, Mom. You just used us for money as soon as you saw the opportunity. That opportunity being Josie losing her mobility. How low of you. I will not be giving you a penny from now on.
Brooke, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use you or Josie.
I don't expect any money back from you, but I don't want to have anything to do with you. We're done. Josie and I are cutting you out of our lives.
Why? Please don't say that, honey. If I lose Josie and you won't help me either, I won't survive. How am I going to live?
Am I not surprised that you're more concerned about money than us cutting you out? Anyways, you should have used Dad's money more wisely. You have a job. Work and help yourself.
You're rich enough to send me $1,500 every month. Help me, please.
You have no idea how difficult it is to make money, do you? I wasn't sending you money because I'm rich. I was sacrificing my own life to support Josie. Because I wanted her to get through her hardships. I retained from buying what I wanted. I haven't dined out with friends in months. This is what I have gone through to create the money I have been sending.
Okay then, what about $1,000 or even $800?
Neither Josie or I will be sending you any money. Go work. That's all you need to do.
Brooke, please don't abandon your mother.
Too bad. You never should have tricked your daughters.
I am truly sorry. I will not lie to you ever again. Please forgive me. Don't cut me out, I'm begging you.
Sorry, Mom. We can't forgive you. We can't trust you anymore. How could we? You took money from your handicapped daughter. Good luck taking care of yourself now. My mother kept contacting the two of us for a while. She came clean that she used most of what our dad left her on gambling and shopping. Josie and I felt so ashamed of her. We think that maybe she spent all that money irresponsibly to fill the loneliness of losing her husband. Although, there's no excuse to trick her daughters, especially Josie, who has been through a lot since her accident. I sometimes wish she would have told us the truth, but I guess that wouldn't have made much differences in the end, since we would have asked her to work. It turns out that she quit her part-time job after Josie moved in with her. Now that she doesn't have any financial help from her daughters, she finally began to work again to support herself. I never replied, but she sent me a message saying she is going to change. I hope she can live up to her own words. Soon after joining me, Josie left to travel overseas for 3 months. As expected, she faced many hardships of being handicapped, but overall, it was a great experience for her. She says she was able to learn a lot through her travels and has become appreciative of the people willing to help her. I am so proud of my sister and how positive she remains after becoming handicapped. I can't imagine how hard it must be losing her mobility, but seeing Josie strive makes me want to become a better person myself. Josie seems to have found a new objective in life. She says she will continue to stay true to herself and work hard to make it come true. I'm very happy for her. And as her big sister, I will be by her side to support her in any way. If she never needs, that is.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.